guys. Instagram went live first. Oh, YouTube came in second. Instagram won tonight. Instagram is live first, and hopefully it is not blurry because I have no idea why it was blurry the first week, and it's good this week. And my YouTube setup is not very fancy because I got all my cords over here. But you Instagram folks, you can't see my mess. I'll think, no, you can just see my big elephant over in the background, and he is just kind of creeping over my shoulder. So live tonight on Instagram here, YouTube here. Is Instagram working? I mean, is YouTube working? Because it kind of looks like it might not be. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Sorry. Instagram, YouTube does not seem to be working like it's supposed to be. Hold on. Well, whatever. I'll talk to y'all on Instagram. Okay. There's people commenting. We're good. There's a couple people on YouTube that are here. Okay. Hey. Instagram's working right. Instagram folks, y'all say it is working right. Hey, Instagram. What's up? Y'all gonna get some extra love because for some reason, YouTube is showing like 8 people here. And I mean, maybe nobody just wants to watch tonight, but usually people like there's more than 8 people that come when it goes live. I don't know. YouTube is kind of delayed on their notifications and things. So let's see what happens and we'll get started. And I hope you guys are having a fabulous night. What is everybody doing tonight? Facebook is still around. Wait, did I say Facebook? I didn't mean Facebook. I am not live on Facebook. I'm sorry if I said that. I'm live on Instagram and I'm live on YouTube. I could be live on Facebook, I guess, if I figured out how to do that and had an extra device somewhere. I guess I could. Macy Gaines and Brooks are sleeping. They are asleep. Hopefully, actually, I don't think they're actually totally asleep yet. Sarah Inspired said she's been waiting for this. Okay, here come the YouTube folks. Hey guys. Random question on YouTube. I've seen on Instagram that I have a blue check and Cullen doesn't. She said, is that just me? No, that is not just you. For some reason, I don't know. I got verified on Instagram like 2 years ago and they just don't want to verify Cullen's account. And I don't know why. He probably needs to try again. But it was a while there and they kept asking for like his passport and his like all these pieces of identification. And they were still like, nope. I'm like, I promise it's really him. That's really his account. So I don't know why they wouldn't verify him on Instagram. So y'all send him a message and tell him to. No, not really. I don't really think that works. Let's see. I think I just saw my friend Amy in here. What up, Amy? Thanks for doing a live, making my grocery list for tomorrow. Ooh, what all are you getting at your grocery store? Where did I get my earrings? Taylor asked. I got them at Kohl's. Do I like them? I love Kohl's. Y'all know I love Kohl's, and I get like everything I basically own from there. If you ever want to know where I got my shirt or my pants or my earrings or something, it's most likely going to be Kohl's. Second option would be Target. If it's something for the kids, most likely Target. Yes. Somebody said it's kind of like, hey guys, I'm live on MySpace. Oh, is MySpace still even at all a thing? Even at all? Oh, you're going Christmas shopping tomorrow? I have so got to get on the Christmas shopping. I have bought nothing. I don't think. I was trying to think if I've bought blah, 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 if I've bought oh my gosh, I just flashed back to I think there's a scene in one of the movies. I don't know, Anchorman, one of those. Anyways, I haven't done any Christmas shopping. Anybody else done Christmas shopping? I have my I Heart Santa on. Those of y'all who have I Heart Santa shirts, I hope you've broken them out. And if you don't have one and you ordered one, I hope you're getting them. Love them. I just love them. My sister was talking tonight about how she really, really, really wants one. And so I'm wondering if if we launch them again, we got like a week left in November. If we launch it for like 7 days, if people would still get them by Christmas. I think they might. Should we do I Heart Santa shirts again? I don't know. I kind of think we do. Let's see. Several of you guys said that I look like I've lost weight and what am I doing? And yes, thank you very much. I have lost a little bit of weight and I've been trying in the past 3-ish weeks, about that. I've lost almost 10 pounds, which is kind of huge because it's like a 10 pounds that I haven't lost before. If y'all are the kind of person like me who you can lose like 4 pounds in a week and then you can gain like 5 pounds in a day and a half, then you know what I'm talking about. Like 10 pounds that I haven't lost in a while. Like probably since before Brooks was born. Ish. So I think I may have talked about this before. I don't remember if I talked about it. I don't remember where I talked about it. I talk about things to all kinds of people all the time. But there is an awesome chick named Kelly LeVeque who I heard about from Rachel Hollis because y'all know that Rachel Hollis has all the like helpful information lately, but she is somebody that Rachel recommended, and I listened to Rachel Hollis's podcast with Kelly LeVeque, which if you want just like a quick little like 30-minute summary of kind of her nutrition principles, you can go listen to that. But she has a book called Body Love, and it's really amazing, and it really just kind of like changed my whole perception of nutrition. She talks about a lot of different things, and I'm not even gonna just try to say piggy if you're reading comments. Why do I find the most random comments that I randomly read and they get me so distracted? But she kind of explains things in a way. I'm not going to try to like totally explain her whole principles because I will say it all wrong and it won't be good. But she basically talks about kind of balancing your body sugar, your what's it called, blood sugar. And she addresses like the different types of foods that you need to have in each meal. And her like recommendation is the Fab4 meal, which includes fats, proteins, greens, and why can I not remember the fourth thing? Because I'm on the spot. I'm put on the spot right now. I'm gonna remember this. Somebody tell me. Y'all have to know this. Fat, protein, greens, and no, not carbs. It's not carbs. Why can I not remember this? Oh my gracious. I'm like having a total brain fart right now. What's the other important thing in your food? Fiber. It's fiber. Okay. Fat, fiber, protein, and greens. And kind of how to balance those things and how when you're eating, processed foods and a lot of carbs and all that, then your body treats any carb as sugar, which one thing that she said that made me be like, oh, really? Was it doesn't matter if it's like quinoa with a bunch of carbs or a cupcake. Your body sees it all as like processes it as sugar, attacks it as sugar and all this stuff. Anyway, it was very eye-opening to me and made me be like, oh, okay. So it's not necessarily like it's not a diet plan necessarily. It's kind of just a whole different perception on nutrition and lifestyle. And I don't know so when I listened to her book and I started kind of changing up some things that I was eating and the way that I was addressing my nutrition and my health and all of that, I kind of was basically like, okay, I'm just tired of feeling tired and sluggish. And of course I know I needed to lose weight and wanted to lose weight. But when that's my main goal and I get like overwhelmed and frustrated and don't even care, then I'm like, I don't care if like I'm fat. I don't care if I need to lose some more pounds. Right now, I really just want to eat all of this cheeseburger. But when I think of it as like, I know I'm going to feel better after this. Like it's given me a whole different perception on food. I don't crave the sugary foods as much when I'm eating right and when I'm eating the right things. It's really, really interesting. So that was a very long answer, I'm sure, to what y'all are asking, but I kind of wanted to just answer it because a lot of people have been asking. But basically, I do like a smoothie or a green smoothie every morning, which is part of what she recommends. And she has a bajillion recipes in her book of really good smoothies. The book's called Body Love. The smoothies, I'd actually already been doing, some of y'all are familiar with ItWorks, which I've mentioned before, that I've been using for a while from a friend, and not using like weight loss products necessarily, but they have like little greens packets that you can put into a drink and mix it up, and it gives you lots of vegetables and like all this into this little packet, and gives you energy and all kinds of important body stuff. See, I'm great at selling this because once I used it for so long, I signed up to be a distributor for it because I liked it so much and wanted to be able to sell it to anybody who was interested. But they also make like a shake mix, which is like a protein mix. And so I had already been doing that a little bit every now and then. But I didn't quite have the right balance of other ingredients in there on top of the protein powder mix. Like, it was fine. But when I used the kind of recipe and makeup of ingredients that Kelly Levesque recommended, I was like, dang, I really am not that hungry by the time it gets to the middle of the day. And the thing is, which she kept saying in her book, and I was like, okay, but what about when I just really want a cupcake, or I really am like dying to eat all the bad stuff? She just kept being like, you just won't think about food like you did before. Like, you don't eat your breakfast and then go, oh yeah, what am I gonna have for lunch? And I was like, I don't believe you. Like, I don't believe this. I think about food all the time. I love food. Like, I love food a really lot. Maybe more than some people sometimes. But anyways, it was very interesting, and it's seriously everything in her book. I was waiting for her to be at the part when she's like, so when you really want the cupcake, you have to use willpower. And it just wasn't that. It was like, if you want a cupcake, you can balance that out with your, nutrition for the day, and you can eat a cupcake if you like really want to, but kind of how to recover from those days, like Thanksgiving when I ate everything. And yeah, anyways, y'all check her out. Her name is Kelly Levesque, and she's also on Instagram. Follow her there and all the other places. Laura Schmidt, thank you for the super chat. She said, after having gallbladder surgery, my whole diet and eating has changed. I've lost over 40 pounds since July. That's awesome. I know you've been looking good. She said, yay, Hattie sent Gaines another video. Oh, good. I'll have to look at that and see what she sent. Gaines is already in bed tonight, but I will, I'll have to check that out. Thank you so much. And congrats on the 40-pound weight loss. That's amazing. Very, very amazing. It's just been really interesting to see how changing up what you're giving your body as far as nutrition and things goes, and having a different understanding of it. I think because I'd gotten to a point a month or two ago where, I kept just thinking to myself, and I would tell Cullen, I'd be like, I want to eat healthier. And I feel like I know what's healthy. Like, oh, you should eat some kale, and you should eat some broccoli, and make sure you eat your green beans. But I just didn't know how. I just didn't know how. And as I've known about the different 4 food groups, basically, what she doesn't call it that, but the Fab 4 meals and the way that she presents everything, I've been able to just throw things together for meals. I've been able to take those principles and use them to make a meal and not have to go by some diet plan recipe or a specific strategic thing. The first week, which one of the things that she says is if you want to even just try to start changing your life, start with the smoothies. Have a smoothie every morning for breakfast for 2 weeks or a week or whatever, and just see how things change for you. And you might go ahead and lose some weight, especially if you're somebody who doesn't eat breakfast, or you're somebody who eats cereal or a bagel or whatever for breakfast every morning. Go ahead and start making one of these smoothies for breakfast every morning, and just start small. And I think that's kind of what I've done too, is over the past, couple months, I don't remember when it was, maybe September or something, I started walking in the morning, exercising, because that's just always been what I've loved to do. I like to get out, and going through this life change with all of the mental stress of everything. I've wanted to be able to just get out, and it's great for me to get out in the mornings first thing before everybody's up, and clear my head, think about life, and look at all the trees are changing colors. Y'all know, if you watched my video a couple weeks ago, I was talking about how much I love that. So I started doing that, and then I was kind of okay, I'm going to try to start making a shake in the mornings, and then, cutting back on little things here and there. And then once I listened to this book, literally that day, it was a Friday. And can we all just attest to the fact, raise your hand with the little emoji in the comments if you've ever been I'm going to start this diet. I want to do a new diet, or I'm going to cut back. I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going to start on the 1st. I'm going to start on whatever day. And she talks about, and I've heard lots of other people lately just talking about how you don't have to have a Monday or the 1st or whatever to restart anything in your life, for a fresh start of anything, a change of perspective, a change of attitude, anything like that. You can start over your day right now, like at 9:30 at night. If you all of a sudden fell off the wagon, or you've been trying to get better about disciplining your kids appropriately, or being nice to your husband, not that I'm working on that, and you've had a bad moment, you can start over right now. And so it was a Friday morning. We had date night that night. It was the weekend before we were going to Tuscaloosa. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just see if I can do this today. And from there, I just kind of saw how it went and just went for it. And I think, look at all y'all raising your hands. Y'all are like, yeah, me too. The book is called Body Love. But it was, I think if I had prepared myself ahead and been like, okay, I'm going to start this new eating plan and try to be better with my fitness and health, and it wouldn't have gone as well. I have to just kind of do things on a whim like that, kind of like starting this new series on my channel. I just kind of had been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and putting it off. And finally one day I was like, screw it, I'm going to do it now. And I did. And look, here we are. What are we, 8? How many weeks in a row is this of a live stream? 8? Something like that? Maybe 9? I don't even know. Goodness. So there you have it. Do I mind sharing what I put in my green smoothies? So I have my protein powder mix, and it is an ItWorks. It's a protein shake, which, like I said before, I love the ItWorks products and actually sell them now. Once I used it for them for a year, I was like, okay, I'm just going to sign up and get my own discount and be able to sell it if I want to. I can leave a link if you guys want it, and you can see what it is all about. But I scoop up the protein powder, and then I do almond butter. I do a big old, maybe tablespoon and a half. I don't know. I do a big old spoonful. Almond butter, a big old handful of spinach, which if you're afraid of putting spinach in a smoothie in the morning, you do not taste it. You literally don't taste it, and you get some vegetables. Okay. Vanilla protein powder. I also like the chocolate. Almond butter, a handful of spinach, flax seeds. I'll do 1 to 2 tablespoons of those. Ice. I feel like there's something else. That may be it. Oh, almond milk, and a cup, 1.5-ish cups of almond milk. Unsweetened vanilla. Blend it all up in my little blender. And it's really good. And can I tell you that Gaines actually begs for me to make her one in the mornings now too, which is amazing because that child does not eat vegetables very much. She doesn't eat meat. She doesn't eat really much, doesn't like really much of anything. And so I've been able to make one for her. And I'll make her a half of one, which she'd probably drink a whole one. I don't know. I just didn't want to waste it. And the first few times she didn't like the chocolate. She liked the vanilla flavor, and she's loved it. So I don't know. And it's every time I'm making one, it's more that she's seeing it every day. And so the more she sees me do it, she's like, oh, I want to have one of those. And then she's realized she really likes it. Some people are asking about fruit and different things in it. And I did do that when we were doing, Cullen and I did the detox with Arbonne, right after Gaines was born. It was back, what was that, 3.5 years ago? And in those, we did usually do frozen strawberries, which Kelly Levesque talks about how you can put fruit in them in the mornings if you would like to. It is extra carbs. Believe it or not, fruit does have carbs, and it still processes all that as sugar. And it's not that fruit's terrible for you or anything, but I don't need it for flavor. And so I choose to save a little bit of fruit to be my sweet something after I eat a meal. If I do have fruit, some days I just don't have fruit, but I'm eating a lot of greens, like kale, spinach, lettuce, romaine. No, I'm just kidding. Not romaine right now. It's kind of a bummer that romaine's been recalled. But if you had me list those ingredients out, romaine, lettuce, spinach, and kale in a salad that I would eat for lunch every day, 2 months ago, I'd have been like, ew, no, I'm not having that. But it's really good. And it's weird how you want it and you like it more. I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. I've never been a kale person. Like, I made jokes with Cullen when I was going to Whole Foods the first day to buy like all the stuff I wanted to buy. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go buy a bunch of kale, like making a joke about it. And then I actually did and actually like to eat it now. So anyways, somebody asked about ketosis. It's not keto at all. I really don't know like the whole keto thing. I know kind of what it is, but I don't know enough about it to even talk about it. But I'll tell you that's not what this is. I think there's a lot of stuff about it that might be similar, but it's definitely not straight up that. I'm on keto and I've lost 85 pounds. That's awesome. Water with lemon, please, Peggy. Yeah, apparently water with lemon is actually supposed to be great for you, detox. For dressing on my salad, I have my smoothie in the mornings, and almost every day for lunch I've been having a salad that is a lot of kale, a lot of like green lettuce, not like iceberg lettuce or whatever that's real light, which I'll mix some of that in there. And I was using romaine until the recall came out. I'm like, look what happens. I'm sitting here trying to eat healthy and y'all are going to start recalling lettuce. Like, what the heck? Oh my gracious. Because I was using romaine for like, I would wrap a burger or patty or whatever in it. Anyways, okay, back to the thing. A bunch of kale, a bunch of like dark green leafy lettuce or spinach or whatever. And then some type of meat. Like I'll cook up some chicken in the skillet, or I'll buy, I bought at Whole Foods a bunch of like pre-seasoned chicken strips they weren't in the frozen section. I think they're in the refrigerated section. You heat them in the microwave for a minute, throw them on there with some almonds, and I'll throw some like extra celery and cucumbers. And I've just been using regular ranch. I know that's probably not the healthiest option, but honestly, at this point, I'm not like, everything's going to be like 100% super fabulous, wonderful, healthy. Because I went into this with the idea of like, I want to be able to sustain a lifestyle. Like, I don't want to go so hardcore that I get sick of it and I get tired of it. I want to like kind of change my lifestyle. And I wanted to be able to make it like just conducive to what I kind of already had in my fridge, what I already was wanting to eat. And I love me some ranch. And honestly, looking at, I was trying to observe the carbs because it is a pretty low carb-ish nutrition plan because of like what she says. And I guess I have a different perception of it. Like when I first thought about carbs, or when I first thought about, doing like a low carb thing, when I think of it in terms of weight loss, I'm like, okay, well, that's great. I shouldn't eat a bunch of carbs if I want to lose weight. But then when I started thinking of it in the different way she talks about how your body like processes it and how it depletes your energy and all this stuff, I was like, dang, I want to do this so I feel better. Like, I want to do this so I'm not sluggish and tired. And so food doesn't make me like feel crappy. And so that I actually have energy, so that my mood is better, so that I want to exercise. And, that was basically kind of the reason behind it. So I wanted it to be sustainable. I got a couple of other different dressings. I have some other things that I'll mix it up with every now and then. Laura Beth Schmidt said, I eat a lot more veggies, no fried food, and zero beef. I do eat beef. I'm definitely eating that. Zero oil, no butter, very limited going out, is becoming easier to find foods to eat when out. Yes, and that's true. I think with this, it's definitely things that I can find to eat out when I go out if I want to. And most of the time we're eating at home these days because I'm enjoying cooking. Like, I'm enjoying it because I'm able to just throw something together and not just use some, super high carb pasta recipe, which is what I used to go to. At night, I'm eating, because I do love pasta and I'm like, can't live without it. I've done zoodles, like the zucchini noodles, and believe it or not, it's actually pretty good. I've done spaghetti squash a few times. If I do use, like when I use oil or something to cook with, I use coconut oil or avocado oil. Basically nothing really fried, but like on the weekends, I kind of give myself a little pass to eat differently, to have kind of I don't know if I want to say like a cheap night or meal or whatever, but just a less healthy meal. But I still try to balance it. Like, even on Thanksgiving, I was like, all right, I'm going to eat a bunch of green stuff with it to give me some fiber and give me some greens with it. So, let's see. Congrats, Randy and Anna. Yes. Oh, Randy and Anna are in here. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy for you guys. So happy for you guys. If y'all don't know who Randy and Anna are, they have been our YouTube friends for a long time, and we have met them in person. They're from Alabama too, just like us, and they are amazing. They have been trying to get pregnant for a while now, a very long while, several years. They've been through a couple of miscarriages, and they recently announced, as in like a couple of days ago, was it on Thanksgiving? Was it on Thanksgiving? No, it's the day after Thanksgiving, I think. Announced that they were expecting a baby. So I'm so excited for y'all. Love Randy and Anna so much. And they've been on a awesome, healthier lifestyle for longer than I have. Randy said, or Randy or Anna, I'm not sure which one it is. Zoodles are so good. Anna, oh, it's Randy. Anna has a bunch of good recipes that work really good with those. Yes, tell her to send me some, because I'm like trying out new things with the zoodles and doing all kinds of zoodly things and spaghetti squashy things, and it's really nice. Oh, it's an elephant. Somebody asked about this guy. This is my friend. He always looks awkward in the background. I never know where to put him. Sometimes I just move him out of the shot. But here he is. Okay, so yeah, does that answer some of y'all's questions? Melissa said, I do food and water prep day. It totally helps. Oh, what do you do for water prep day? That's interesting. I have this that I carry around. They've actually just recently come out with new ones of these. These are my favorite water bottles. If any of y'all, I'm gonna have to change the title of this video because I have not talked about what I said I was gonna talk about. We talked about health and wellness and weight loss. But these are Contigo water bottles, not sponsored, but they're just my favorite. The ones I've had before have always been clear, but it has this auto seal thing. So when you push it, it just opens, and it has this, which I don't ever use that, and then a little carrying thing. But the good thing that I love about it is it's like literally one hand. It doesn't spill anywhere. And my sister got me on these when I got pregnant with Gaines, because she was like, you have to drink water when you're pregnant. These are the best because you'll be able to just like toss in the car when you have your kids and still be able to drink all your water. But it's 24 ounces. And so I have actually a reminder set on my phone that goes off twice a day to refill it, to remind me to refill my water so that I make sure I'm drinking enough water throughout the day. It's a really important part of everything is drinking enough water. And I just like scarfed down some chili right before this. So speaking of chili, I made turkey chili for dinner tonight. And that's the thing, is I'm like, the things I put in it, I was like, oh, this fits, this works. This tomato sauce may not be the best thing, but it's all right. And I made me some turkey chili and mixed in like everything good that goes with the Fab Four little setup, put some avocado on top of it, and that gave me some good fat, and I had the protein. Oh, and I sauteed some spinach and put in there beforehand, which sounds really random. You're like, well, why would you put spinach in chili? Honestly, because I was trying to get some greens in there, and I said, I'm not going to taste spinach and whatever, I'll throw it in there, and it was great. It was really great. Oh, look, some other people using these water bottles. They're really the best water bottles. Okay, so you get containers and sliced lemons out, slice lemons out, put them in the container, throw some blueberries in and toss them all in the freezer, and acts like an ice cube. Makes drinking water way easier for me. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I like that idea. Water is so important. I've heard that we should all drink a cup of room temperature water right when we get up to get our bodies functioning correctly each day. That is so interesting because I do not like cold water. I like room temperature water. I feel like Instagram, I feel like y'all are falling over a little bit. I like room temperature water. And so when I wake up in the morning, I do drink it. Look at me. I'm getting my body ready for the day. Yeah, that's interesting. And that's these new ones, these new Contigos they have, they're like the metal kind. And so they actually do keep things pretty cold. I guess warm too. I don't know. I've never put anything warm in there. I don't love to drink water, but when I know what it does for me, that's like the same thing with these daggum salads. And let me just tell you, because like I said, I really love food. And at night, I really love to I don't know, after your kids go to bed, you're like, maybe I could eat a piece of candy now because the kids aren't awake and they're not going to want some too. I have been eating like a little Reese's, they were pumpkins because they were left over from Halloween. This was literally, I started this, I think it was like the week after Halloween. We still had all our Halloween candy out and everything. And I was like, I'm going to do all this and be all healthy. But I didn't really say anything about it because I was afraid I was going to not do well at it. But it's really, I don't know. It's really interesting. So yeah, I still do allow myself to have like a little one Reese's. But the thing is, I don't eat the whole bag. I have one and it gets my craving fulfilled. It lets me feel like it makes me feel like I'm not restricted. Because if you tell somebody they cannot ever have a Reese's cup again, you're going to really want Reese's cups. So I was like, okay, I can have one like a night. So I have my Reese's cup or I have like a cookie or something like that. And I don't know if that's best health advice, so maybe you shouldn't take that advice. But for me, it works. It makes me feel like I still am like living a normal life and not being too crazy. I also I'm also the kind of person who all my life I have been totally fine with and liked eating the same thing for breakfast and lunch every day, which Gaines is the same way. She likes her same thing for breakfast. She always wants me to make her a cheese and mayonnaise sandwich for lunch for school. There have been a couple days when she's like, can I have like such, and she'll name something different, but she wants the same thing every day. And so to me, eating this green smoothie for breakfast and then eating a salad, mixing up the meat on top or whatever for lunch it's not a big deal to me because I always have eaten the same thing for breakfast and lunch every day, and it's totally fine with me. I'm good with that. If you're somebody who likes something different all the time, then it's still totally adaptable. And even if you're eating a salad with a bunch of greens for lunch, you could still do different meats on top. You could do this is one thing that I was just telling Cullen tonight too, which he grilled a bunch of meat last night. And I was like, oh good, I can eat this on my salads throughout the week. So go ahead over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, prep you up a bunch of different meats and make it and put it on your salads or toss it into your zoodles or your spaghetti squash or your whatever, which spaghetti squash is so interesting. I've never had zoodles or spaghetti squash before this experience in my whole life. And I was like, how the heck do I even make these things? Really easy. Spaghetti squash, you just chop that bad boy in half. You scoop out the seeds, rub a little oil on it, salt and pepper, which coconut oil spray is actually what I use. I don't know if that's healthy or not. I'm just telling you it's coconut oil, so felt better to me than using some kind of Crisco. But then I put salt and pepper on there, flip it upside down on your little baking pan, parchment paper, 400, cook it for 40 to 60, probably about 60 minutes, and boom, pull it out of the oven, scrape it with a fork, and it makes noodles. I was showing it to Gaines one night, and I was like, watch, this is where spaghetti comes from. Did you know? And then she was like, I don't know if I like it. She did eat a little bit of it. It was fine, but it was just funny. So there's so many things that are just easy like that. I thought, to make something like that or eat something like that was so much harder. I will say I don't have a zoodler to make my own zoodles. I've been buying, Whole Foods sells them in a little thing in the produce section already zoodled for you. So I was like, I'm not going to go all out if I don't actually know if I'm going to like these or not. And the little box on the side has just a recipe of how to kind of saute them and stuff, and it was good. So I just ate them. For those of y'all that may just be joining us or asking questions, some people have asked. The book that I'm talking about that I have gotten a lot of inspiration from is Body Love by Kelly LeBeck. She's also on Instagram. And before I read her book, I first listened to Rachel Hollis's podcast where she had Kelly on, which I believe it might have been back in July or something like that. If you wanted to go back through Rachel's podcast, is called The Rise Podcast. And she had her on there. And that's where I kind of heard the little brief 30-minute spiel of her nutritional principles and her thing that she does, and heard about it there. And then I was like, I got to buy this book. And so I listened to the book in the morning. So I was walking, and it was super, super, super duper inspirational. So there you go. That is how it goes. And I will tell you, sometimes my one Reese's cup at night might turn into 2, but I don't let myself have a ton. And usually I try to make that on the weekends, or if I know that if I don't have another one, then tomorrow I'm just going to want to eat them all. But honestly, since I've changed my eating habits and my nutritional input, I don't want the sugary things as much. It's crazy. I've told Cullen, I'm the first 4 or 5 days, I would open up the pantry, and of course we have like all kinds of terrible stuff in our pantry. We have a whole cabinet full of candy, and I'd be like, oh, I want to eat all of those things. And for me, I've found that the best thing to do if I find myself really wanting one is just to get like one. Or I've always loved as a snack to put Nutella, however you pronounce it, on a graham cracker. Not the healthiest thing. Apparently, I thought that was healthy. I mean, I didn't think it was healthy, but I didn't think it was bad because I was like, isn't this some kind of like nut butter? It's good for you, right? No, not really. But the other day I was really, really wanting that. And I was like, oh, I just really, really want it. And so after lunch, I was like, okay, I'm just going to get a little bit. So I just got a little spoon and I just got a little bit on there and I had me a little bite of Nutella. And then I felt better about like, okay, I'm fine. I'm good. My life is still normal. I can still have a bite of Nutella if I want to. I don't have to eat the whole jar. I don't have to eat 5 graham crackers with it. And it's going to be fine. And obviously I feel better. My clothes fit better. It's hopefully going to continue to be a great lifestyle change. So Randy and Anna said that's so cool to hear. When we changed our eating habits, we realized how sweet everything is. Like strawberries, so sweet. Yes, LOL. And I used to put sugar on them. Yes, we did too. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. When Cullen and I were first married, like after we ate our meal or like with our meal, we would cut up strawberries and put sugar on them. That is so true. And now Cullen was like, what are you talking about? The other night I was like, after dinner, I'm saving these blueberries in the refrigerator because I'll eat 4 of them for my dessert. And he's like, 4 blueberries? Like, that's really weird. What are you talking about? That is not dessert. But after you haven't had a bunch of sugar, then that fulfills your craving for a sweet something because it's not, it tastes sweeter than you remember it, which there's some new blueberries out that are really good. And this is not just since I quit eating as much sugar as I was before, but like really good. They say like bluebets on them. I don't know if that's just the French word for blueberry or something, but they actually taste like a little bit like a blueberry lemon type thing. Have y'all had these? Do you know what I'm talking about? They're a little bigger than they're not that big, but like a regular blueberry is like this big, and these blueberries are like this big. So they're a little bit bigger than a regular blueberry, and they're really good. Let's see. Somebody said for me, I set a goal, go 3 months and then I can have a treat. Oh, that's a long time. Oh, you said you get into 3 months and think, wait another month. For me, it works. That's really good. Oh, a small teaspoon of Nutella with strawberries for a sweet but nice night. Yeah, that's good. That's good too. And see, I just like after hearing her talk about sugar and how it doesn't matter if it's the sugar in a cupcake or the sugar in like quinoa or something that you think is super healthy, your body processes it the same and it still like attacks the sugar in different ways, and your insulin and your blood sugar levels do all kinds of crazy things. I was like, dang, might as well just eat a cupcake. But no, I mean, it makes you just kind of like really want to watch your sugar. And whenever, like I said, whenever I've thought about doing that before, it's been strictly like, okay, I want to watch my sugar or cut my carbs to lose weight. And when that's the thing, I can like totally talk myself out of that. I mean, yeah, I want to lose weight, but feeling good to me is so much better and bigger of a motivation to me, because especially when things are changing in your life, you got 2 little kids you're chasing around, you just got to feel good and you can't just be sluggish and tired all the time. So Brenna said, why the title about the holidays? Well, because that's what I was going to talk about. And then we got on this topic. So I'm going to have to change the title of this video. Sorry for y'all, those of y'all that came here to talk about the holidays. I guess I'll have to talk about that in my video on Thursday. So y'all stay tuned for that. This has gotten to be a long discussion about health and my new lifestyle that I have been living. Ducky once said, have you thought about how you will do the holidays since it's so filled with sugar? Okay, let me go ahead and discuss that really quick, and then I will move on. Or like move on, like bye, good night, I gotta go to bed. So Thanksgiving was my first like, I guess, holiday to be trying to eat differently, eat healthier. And I will say I had totally, the week before, I'd given myself a pass. Like, all right, it's Thanksgiving, whatever. I'm going to eat whatever I want. And not to an extent, I'm going to eat whatever I want, try to just be reasonable on my portions and not just totally go crazy. And I did enjoy my Thanksgiving food. I ate the food. I made sure, keeping like this Fab 4 principle, in my mind of protein, fiber, greens, and good fat, I got more of like the turkey. Like I made sure I got enough protein because usually I'll get like a little piece of turkey because I really want the mac and cheese and I really want all the carby stuff on holidays and all the desserts. But I got more of the protein. I made sure that I dosed up on the salad or whatever green vegetables were available, which is something that before when I would go to like, a holiday or a buffet or whatever, I would not get any salad because I was like, well, whatever, I'm gonna eat all the good foods here. So I made sure I got enough of that. And I made sure that I balanced those things and then got a smaller portion than I usually would of like the mac and cheese or the, trying to think like the unhealthy stuff, the sweet potato casserole that was filled with a lot of sugar that I made. If y'all missed our blog, go check it out. I got a smaller portion of all those things, but I still got some so that this is like that pho night, if y'all know what I'm talking about. I still got some. But I still got some of the like more unhealthy stuff so that I felt like I was experiencing the holiday. I didn't want to totally restrict myself because when you do that, it messes with my head. I'm just not a kind of person. I love food and food makes me happy. So I did get all that, but because I was eating enough of the protein and enough of the greens and enough of the fibrous things, I wasn't craving all the sugar. For each of the desserts at the family gatherings, I got like a little small portion and I kind of tried each one, or Cullen would get it and I would have a bite or two of his. So I felt like I still got the experience. I felt like I still had some of the yummy, delicious, sugary stuff, but I didn't feel like I needed more. I didn't feel like I was like sacrificing something or like I was like losing out, missing out on the day because I didn't have it. Whereas before it was like, you have Thanksgiving, so you can eat the food. Like that's the only reason. But it made me more able to like enjoy it. I didn't feel disgusting and miserable afterwards, and I just enjoyed it. So that's what I'm going to be working on through the whole Christmas season because as opposed to Thanksgiving, Christmas is like every single thing you go to, you have all these parties and events and stuff, and it's all sugary. So I will keep y'all posted on how this goes as we go through the holidays. I'm, like I said, with everything, I've been kind of hesitant to even share this because I don't know. Y'all know me. I'm kind of hesitant to share when I do something that's changes my life. Anyways, all right. So thank you guys for being here. Like I said, I'm off to change the title of this video. If you want to know what I wanted to talk about the holidays, just stay tuned for Thursday's video. I will talk about it then. I talked about it a little bit in my Katie on the Flip Side Thursday video. So if you missed that, go watch that. Just a brief overview. Thank you guys so much for being here. I didn't get to read a whole lot of the comments as I was talking because I wanted to share all this with you guys. So, oh yeah, using a small plate does help a lot too. So thank you guys for being here. If you have more questions about this, feel free to DM me on Instagram or like leave comments or whatever else. I don't think you can send YouTube messages anymore. Leave me some comments. I'd love to share more with y'all. And I will leave a link to the like the protein powder mix that I use for my shakes or smoothies or whatever in the morning in the description below for you guys if you want to check that out as well. Thank y'all so much for being here, and I'll see you on Thursday. Hope you have a great week. Go buy you some kale and eat it. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye! And if you're on Instagram, you're gonna get to still see me talking.